We get people in the chat. I'm going to get going here in a couple minutes. I want to do a couple more things, but what's up, Michael Hodges? Glad to see you, man. Everybody say hello when you get in the chat to make sure I know you're really there. Glad to have you here, man. Talk about some fun stuff tonight. I don't have a ton of stuff. We're going to free flow for a little while. But I thought it'd be fun to jump on. What's up, Gary? What's up, Mike? I'll post this link out to a couple of other spots, so hold with me for a minute. We'll get going in a less than five. Ooh. What's up, Gator? Hey, hey. Sweet, man. Glad to have you here, Gary. Red Pill 78. I don't know who that is. Is that a channel? Sweet. Glad to hear it, Gate. Somebody needs to... hey, Gator, will you Discord... or I'll do it. I was going to say Discord Gator, but I'll do it real quick. I meant Rational. Excuse me. Open up Discord. Oops, I got some sort of a notification. You got it? Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay. Let's go live. What is up, everybody in the YouTube world? Several of you that are in here hanging out with me right now. It's glad to have you. I got to shut this down because it's going to keep beeping in my ear. Happy Friday night to everybody. I finally got my studio back to working and set up, so I thought I would jump on here and do a little stream. There's just a couple things I wanted to talk about. Man, there's so much going on in the news. I can't cover it all. But there's a few things that I did want to touch on. Can you guys hear that air conditioning in the background? It feels good, but we can hear it. Hope it's not too obnoxious. Let me know if it is. How's everybody's week? You guys glad it's Friday? Huh? I don't have to do a wedding tomorrow, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I do weddings on the side, do a little DJ stuff on the side. And tomorrow I have off. Well, kind of. I got to go help my sister and do some other stuff around the house, but for the most part, it's my day tomorrow, which I'm pretty stoked. Read a couple of the chats here. Okay, cool. It's not loud. You guys can't hear it at all. All right, cool. Gator can probably tell there's a little more ambient noise. We're going to try something tonight. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to put a number in the chat right now, and it'll probably be good since we don't have a ton of people in here, but it's 503-218-3776. 3663. That is my new call-in line. My Google call-in line. So don't call me yet. I'll give you a moment to... Well, you know what? Actually, let's just do a test right now. So later on when we do get a call, we can actually... So anybody who's got a phone, I guess if you're using your phone, you may not be able to do it. You can actually probably, with the new Google app, you can make it smaller and keep it going. But give a call to that number. Somebody give me a call. I want to see it works and bring you on and say hello. And you will get the illustrious, designation for being the first caller ever on SJG Perspective Live. Rebel Jack, what is up, everybody? I meant to say, Rebel Jack, what is up with you? I read your text. You can use your cell phone. You can use anything. Give me a call, Gator. Yeah, just use your cell. And call that number. And let's see if it works. Hopefully it works. Maybe it doesn't. This is a good time to figure it out when we don't have a ton of people on. We're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Bernie. Hey, look at that. Answer. Hello, you are... Oh, see, that's the part where I gotta make sure that doesn't happen right there. Hang on, he's actually your mic. Yes. Okay, do it. Hello? You there? Okay. Hang on, Gator. It worked, but it didn't work. We got to try this one more time. This is what American Joe did the other night, and I helped him figure it out. So I got to do something real quick here. Sounds for incoming calls. Turn those off. Ring on incoming phone calls. Turn that off. Okay. Gator, try it again. Call me again, man. See if this works. Got to figure this out. How this works. There's that in my Google Hangout there. That's the one I had before. Try me again, Gator. I'm calling again. You're calling again. But I'm not getting... Oh, wait a minute. I know what I did wrong. Hang on a second. Hang out with me, guys, just for a second. I know this is kind of annoying, but it will be worth it in the long run. In the long run, it'll be worth it. I think I need to turn on sounds for incoming calls. Mute notifications for... Okay, hang on. So I can take you here. Hang on. Is that you, bro? It's Gator. What? Press 1. Is it Gator? Are you there? Haha, what's up, man? I've never heard your voice before. Okay, so you're not live on the actual stream here. Everyone can see you're talking to me. But call me back in a second here. I got to figure out one more thing, and call me back in 1 second. I'll tell you when on the stream. All right, man. Bye. Okay, so that didn't work quite as expected on that, but sounds for ring on incoming phone calls, sounds for incoming messages. I want to see that it has receive show your device. I want to see notifications, sounds for incoming messages. Mute for notifications for, no, not that. Ring on incoming phone calls. I guess we could try it again. The ringing will bother me, but all right, try it again. I went to Google voicemail. Gary went to Google voicemail. I mean, I may not have all the kinks worked out of this. Apparently I don't. Ring on incoming calls. So I'm going to make that smaller. And, okay. Let me try that. That's that. Okay, somebody try calling me again. Let's see what's up. Voice line is in there. Okay, yes. Allow Google. Yes, allow that. Okay, now it's going to work. Hello, you are on with SJG. Who am I speaking with?
Just Gator, what's up?
What's up, Gator? You are... Talk again.
How's it going?
All right, man. You are on the phone. You were the first caller into SJG Live. I figured it out. That's pretty awesome. Now I just got to figure out how it's not going to ring in everybody's ears. So...
Nobody can see it, but I'm flexing on y'all.
It's great, man. Dude, you got a voice. You got a face. You probably got a face built for radio anyway, so it's all good. Anyways, that's cool, man. So how was your day out there in out in? Can I say where you're from? Because I know where you're from. I can
Yeah,
say
go
where you're
ahead.
from. Nebraska, man. Did you catch any catfish today?
Not today. Just staying on some hardwood floors, and I
Yeah.
have absolutely no service where I work, so it's keeping me honest and actually working instead of
Nice.
trolling the internet.
Yeah. We don't need to know any places you're trolling either, man. This is a family-friendly show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
All
one thing
right.
I gotta remember. I gotta keep it polite and whatnot.
That's right. All right. So, hey, I'm going to get back. I want to get into my sub. Now that I know it works, somebody else call why I have him on the line. If anybody else is out there, no way. My job is in Nebraska. Oh, we got Michael Hodges is in Nebraska, too. So, somebody else call
Yeah.
in why I got him on the line. I want to see what happens. Go now. We're going to see what happens.
402.
So, somebody else call in. Rhonda Ford is also from Nebraska. Man, you got some Nebraska brothers and
Man.
sisters in here tonight. That's cool.
Red State representing.
Gary is calling right now, and I don't see it popping up. And probably, Gary, tell me if you get pushed off to voicemail. No, here we go. I'm going to answer Gary's call. You're already another call. Please end the other call if you want to start this one. Okay, Gator, I'm hanging up on you, man. I'll call back later. I'll tell you when. All right, bye. All right, you are on with SJG Perspective. Who am I talking to?
Hello?
Is this Gary?
Yes.
Gary, how you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good. I guess, let me get away. You might get some back feed. And so,
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, so it's working, man. So I get one call coming in. I see how that goes. It pops up, and then I got to end that call to go to the. See, this is all new to me, guys. I'm figuring this out as we go along right now. But this is going to be pretty sweet. It's going to be pretty epic because now we can
pretty
get
cool.
now we can get people to call in, right? When they want to throw some thoughts out there and get on the line. There's not a ton of us, but that's not a ton of us yet, is what I'm trying to say. Pretty soon we'll have this channel rocking and rolling, and we'll be this will be good stuff. So Gary, are you from Nebraska too? Then?
No, I'm from Utah. I'm probably the person right under Trump that's the most hated person in America.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Mormon.
Okay. So
I cut trees. I
Yeah.
own cattle.
okay.
I gold mine.
Oh
I'm a
wow.
hunter, a fisherman,
Okay.
you know.
You sound
and
like
I
my
believe
kind of
in
guy.
law.
You sound like my kind of guy, dude. I got to tell you. So now
And back in the 80s, I was a total screw up, you know.
yeah.
I was completely liberal. I mean, completely just. Thank God Antifa wasn't around when I was younger. You know,
Would
I mean, I'd have done stupid stuff like that.
you okay?
then-
Yeah, you were a liberal, so you'd have been right in there with them, trying to stick it to
Oh
the
yeah,
man.
I'd have been tearing the place up, and then all of a sudden I had a son,
Yeah.
and had to become a single father. You know, a single parent,
Yeah.
and yeah, opened my eyes.
Wow.
You know,
So
I
now
had
you-
to become conservative.
So, yeah, having kids will definitely do that to you, man, and actually having a job and paying taxes will do that to you also.
Oh, I hear that.
Hey, so tell me, you say you got cattle? How much cattle you got?
3.
3. Okay, and you got
know,
some
I
land
mean,
out.
It's just what we eat. I
Yeah,
don't like, you know, what's out there.
yeah. No,
That's
I hear
why
you.
I hunt, why I fish, why I garden.
What's your
you
favorite
know.
What's your favorite kind of fish? You do some bass fishing down there in Utah.
Yeah, bass fishing, but we've got some walleyes.
Ah.
Kokanee salmon is what I go after. They're
Okay.
landlocked salmon.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the best tasting, in
Oh,
my
they
opinion.
are. You know what? And I had somebody tell me they weren't. And so last summer, I think it was last summer, I went up to Lake Chelan, which is, incidentally, fun fact, I believe the second deepest lake in America. It's up by Wenatchee, up in Washington. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but it's a 55-mile lake, and in some parts it's 1,500 feet deep. And it's great. I mean, the water up there is crystal clear. I mean, they say it's going to be the next Lake Tahoe in Washington. It's kind of, my sister lives up there, and it's totally growing. But anyways, I digress. We went up there, maybe it was 2 summers ago, and my brother-in-law rented a charter for us, a fishing charter out there on the lake, and we were fishing for kokanee up there. And I think it was kokanee. No, maybe it wasn't kokanee. It was the Mackinac. Mackinac is what it was, which is another salmon, another landlocked salmon. You familiar with the Mackinac?
Mackinac's a trout. It's a shad family.
Okay, but it's a trout, but it's like a big ass
Oh,
trout.
yeah. They're way bigger than kokanee.
Yeah. No, it was Mackinac is what we caught. And somebody told me Mackinac don't taste good, and that couldn't be farther from the truth from the ones we caught. I caught it was almost a 20, I think it was 17 pounds, a 17-pound Mackinac. That thing was huge, like big and thick, and the meat on it's pink. It was so pink. And it was some pretty awesome fish. But anyway, that was my fish story. I'm going fishing next weekend.
Too.
Oh, yeah, they fight. They do. I'm going fishing next weekend, though. We're just doing some pan fishing down here on the coast at a small lake. We're going to go down and do some perch fishing. And for Gator, who's listening, some cat fishing, too, which will be fun. But have you ever had the freshwater perch, the little yellow perch?
Oh, yeah. That's my go-to fish. Especially ice fishing.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love perch.
Yeah, they are the best.
When it gets hot, they're really hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
If you know the spots, but everybody in Utah know those spots, and you got to, it's elbow to elbow where they are.
Yeah.
We've got a few crappie.
Yeah, crappie are good too.
A lot of trout.
Yeah.
In fact, Flaming Gorge is overpopulated, and they're asking us to try and take as many of the young ones out.
Yeah.
Because it's affecting the great big ones.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just like to fish. I just like being out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I might do a live stream.
Sunrise and sunsets.
I was thinking I might, if I have enough reception next week, middle of the week, I'm gonna be doing a different SJG perspective. I thought I might go live from our pontoon boat where we're gonna be out fishing for trout or fishing for perch for a little while, and just do like a 10 or 15 minute little on the water live stream. So if you guys are into that, that might happen next weekend or next week. So we'll see what happens.
I'm in.
All right. Well, hey Gary, I'm gonna get off now. Get back into my story, but then I'm gonna open up the lines later for people to call in, maybe. And so it's so glad. By the way, thanks for being a part of the channel and for coming in. And yeah, we're really glad to have you, brother.
Hey, God bless you, man.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, so my call-ins are working. Is everyone hearing that all good out there? Yep, really. War Room to American Joe to Tyler Wood to McCarty to SJG. That a boy, Rebel. That a boy, man. Quite a few takes here. So did everybody hear that call okay? Did that come through? Everyone hear that okay? I am going to do a little motorboat, and that's right, Michael. That's for sure. So, yeah, everyone heard that? I know I got a bit of a delay here, so I'll probably start getting the responses. But respond if you guys could all hear that call just fine. I think you could because it looked like it was coming up on my thing, my dealio. Yeah, audio was good. Yeah, it came through fine. Perfect. Awesome. Great. I'm excited to hear that. Okay, so Bernie Sanders, man. This funny thing. There's so many things we could talk about, but this just got my blood. I laughed at this, but it also kind of got my blood boiling a little bit. So Bernie Sanders staffer files charges alleging retaliation for union activity. So following up on this, Bernie Sanders this last week settled a dispute with a union where he had to pay his people $15 an hour. Bernie Sanders, the guy who rages, I'm Bernie Sanders. I'm telling you, we've got to just. I do a terrible Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Sanders is the one who's got to. We have to have a livable wage, which they say is $15 an hour, which is a terrible joke. I mean, yeah, maybe in some little pockets of the United States you could live on $15 an hour, but you sure as crap can't live well on $15 an hour, right? So, but Bernie Sanders, Mr. Socialist, Mr. Medicare for all, Mr. Everybody needs we need to give money to everybody, Mr. Let's give everybody a livable wage, was paying his people like $13 an hour and working them 60 hours a week, something like that. And so this came out, right? This got surfaced, and all of a sudden, within just a couple days, old Bernie settled this dispute with the union and decided he's going to pay his workers $15 an hour because that is just how kind of a guy he is, and he's going to do the right thing when he gets caught. Oh, geez, it's so hilarious. In his mind, this is so they can have their weekend off, and so they can get a second job to be able to live, right? So he gives them $15 an hour and has to save face and do that. So that's kind of the backstory on this. Then then a couple days after that, or a day after that, these files or these charges drop on him, or this news, whatever you want to call it. Let's read this article. It says, although Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign just days ago settled a prolonged salary dispute with the union representing campaign staffers, its labor issues are not yet over. An unnamed individual who seems to be a former campaign staffer filed a charge with the National Labor Relations Board Monday, alleging that the campaign committed labor law violations, including terminating employees for union activities. So they unionize, right? And Bernie fires them. Mr. Union, Bernie Sanders, fires people because they unionize and they say, wait a minute. You're taking advantage of our labor. You're not doing what you say you're going to do. We're going to unionize, and then they get fired. The redacted NLRB charge posted by Bloomberg Law lists 7 instances of unfair labor practices, including 3 accusations that Sanders' campaign fired employees for joining or supporting a union. This is who we're dealing with. Absolute freaking liars. The socialist progressives are liars. They lie. They lie. Reparations, from reparations to the, social or Medicare for all to, even Yang, this whole thing where he's all out there saying we're going to give people the basic income, unified basic income, or the $1,000 income, whatever it is. They say what they want. They think the crowds want to hear. They have no intentions of doing it, and they are in no ways truly have any convictions of what they're saying or truly believe it. Zero integrity. And this kind of articles pointed out just so blatantly true. They are absolute two-faced liars. It says the employer retaliated against me when I organized the bargaining unit, the individual alleges in the complaint. The charges also alleges that the campaign did not tell the individual when hired that the campaign had a collective bargaining agreement and required workers to work additional time. So not only was he paying them $13 an hour, right, and giving him that's what it worked out to on salary. So if you know how salary works, which I think everybody in my chat here is going to know how salary works because we're all hardworking Americans. Salary works that you get paid this amount of money, but you may have to work any amount of hours, right? At least when you get paid by the hour, when you go over your 40-hour work week, guess what you get? It's called overtime, right? So you get paid for those extra hours when you're working. When you're on salary, you don't get paid for any extra hours that you're working. You have a set work load that you have to do, that you agree to do for X amount of salary. But when you do the math on this, it came out to $13 an hour that he was paying these people and asking them to work all these major hours long. But they didn't lay that out very clearly when they hired him. So Sanders' campaign maintained his dedication to and support of union organizing, except he fired some people who tried to union organize. What a scumbag. He is such a scumbag. And then he rails against the rich while this dude is a multimillionaire and has many houses. And I don't fault him for that. Dude, make your dough, make your cash, make it rain. I'm all for it and I'll support you. But don't demonize other people who are doing the same and think that it's your job now to take their money and redistribute it to people who aren't doing shite out for themselves or sitting on their bum back ass. I'm trying not to swear here, and bum back ass, it really isn't a thing, but you mean what I know, and not want to do anything, and he just wants to give the money to them not because he believes in it, obviously, but because he knows that's what these lazy turds want to hear. Excuse me. Got to get my drink. Don't worry, it's water. Anyway. The campaign leadership, from Senator Sanders on down, respects the rights of all employees to speak collectively and bargain about their terms and conditions of employment, and it supports the mission of the NLRB to enforce worker and union rights. When we get exposed and when people know it and when people are calling us out on it, that's when we do it. That's when we believe in these things. We believe in these things when we're on the campaign trail and we want to get everybody hoorahing behind us. But we don't really believe it in practice until we get called out and it becomes a national story. Then we put out a press release that says we really care about these things and we're working, and see, we did it. We paid our people $15 an hour and we cut their work hours back. What a joke. The campaign said in a statement, that is exactly why the Bernie 2020 campaign voluntarily recognized the employee's chosen union and engaged in good faith bargaining that resulted in an historic collective bargaining agreement. Again, when they got called out on it, they settled this bargaining agreement the day of or the day before they got called out on it. The campaign said it could not comment on the specific charges the individual filed to avoid interfering with the NLRB process, but maintained there was no wrongdoing by the campaign. Of course they did. We are committed to cooperating with the NLRB, and we are confident that they will find the campaign honors all of its employees' rights to both the letter and the spirit of the law. The campaign said Senator Sanders and the campaign believe all workers should have a strong voice on the job and the right to due process, including the right to petition the NLRB. The NLRB investigators and attorneys must now evaluate the charge to determine if it has merit and issue a complaint. Sanders has frequently expressed strong public support for unions, but this is not the campaign's first labor dispute. What? It's not? Just a day after this charge was filed, the campaign resolved a long-running dispute with its union, which was attempting to secure a salary increase for the field organizers equivalent to the $15 an hour wage. I respect workers' rights and I respect the union movement, Sanders said in a CNN interview Tuesday about the salary dispute. A spokesman for the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 400, Jonathan Williams, declined to comment. The NLRB will immediately respond to requests for comment. So, yeah, there was another, I don't know if this was originally the article I pulled up because I shut my Chrome down when I had all the articles listed that I wanted to talk about tonight. But, yeah, if you go out and read about this, there's plenty of people that have been, bitching and moaning about what old Bernie Sanders was doing when it came to his labor disputes. And I find it just so amusing and hilarious that this is the dude that, like I said, this is the dude that rages about, money for everybody, right? Social programs for everybody, the right to the little guy, right? To help the little guy, to give the workers the right amount of wages to be able to live on them. And here's the other thing that I say on this too. $15 an hour. If the government really cared, if they really cared about trying to, because the $15 minimum wage, the reason they didn't do that, or they had a problem doing that, and all of a sudden they laid off, and the other articles talk about how they had to lay off some people, and because the math doesn't work. When you raise this wage, you can't support it from small businesses and organizations. You can't support the same workload and work level that you could at a lower rate wage. It's just simple math, right? So what happens is you lay people off. And in other cases, like a McDonald's or these other small businesses, goods and services go higher. So it actually reduces the amount of jobs that are available for people to work. So there's more people out of work, and it reduces the hours that they can get because companies can only pay so much money. $15 is not a livable wage. You cannot live on $15 an hour in 90% of America, 90% of where you go. If the government really gave a damn about the small guy, why not say, okay, if you make under $30,000 a year or $40,000 a year, you don't pay any taxes. You pay zero taxes. But see, the left and the Democrats aren't about lowering and taking taxes away. They're about raising them. And they always say, we're just going to raise them on the people that are making them, the upper middle class and the wealthy. That's who we're going to raise the taxes on. But if you really cared, if you really wanted to make a difference, make it if you make under $30,000 or $40,000 a year, you pay this much in taxes. That effectively is giving everybody a wage. Why don't you lower some of the taxes on the businesses that employ these people that are working a low wage, low skilled job? Why don't you reduce some of their payroll taxes and the burden on these people so that these companies could have a little more room to give people raises as they need to. Another thing people don't think about is if you have a minimum wage, right, and everybody now goes to $15 an hour, well, what happens to the guy who's been there for 5 years and is making $14 an hour, right, or is already making $15 an hour? And now all of a sudden a worker that's only been there a month, busting tables that's making $10 an hour, he gets $15 an hour. What about the guy in the back that's been there for a while that's doing stuff and he's getting $15 and he's like, whoa, how come homeboy now gets $15 an hour? I want to raise. So that guy who was making 15, he has to get a raise, or he's going to, he's going to just bounce out and go find another job. And now the employer is putting in a position where he, can't just, he has a fluctuation of, his payroll and his employees. it's just all kinds of problems and all kinds of nonsense that the left is spewing out that they don't give a crap about if that actually works. It's like crazy old AOC trying to say that this Green New Deal is going to save the world, because one of my articles I was going to read, apparently now we only have 14 months. It went from 12 years, the world's going to end, to 14 months. Didn't read the headline, or didn't read the article, just read the headline. So I will throw that out there as a disclaimer. Don't know exactly what that article was saying, but the same point applies. To her, she doesn't know she doesn't know what a damn garbage disposal is. So how in the hell is she going to know that we can come up with 91 trillion with a T dollars, and that's $91,000 billion, and $1 billion, as most people know, is $1,000 million, right? So 1,000 million equals a billion, 1,000 billion equals a trillion, and this Green New Deal is only going to cost $91 trillion. You can't do it. The math doesn't work out. Our national debt is $22 trillion. And she thinks we're going to come up with $91 trillion. My point being on this is that they don't really either know or believe in what they're spouting. They're just spouting it to very low IQ, ignorant people who aren't going to really think through the ramifications or how it actually plays out. And then they're just going to say, yeah, I want that. We need to save the world. We're all going to die. Or, yes, I want $15 an hour. Or, yes, I need reparations. Reparations. Pay me my reparations. So on and so forth. It's just so silly. All right. Let me read a couple of these chats here and see who we got all up in here. Mark B, how you doing, man? I didn't say hi to Mark B. Hope you got Unit 132 in here. Thank you, Unit 132. Mark B 132. That's everybody that's chatting to Michael Hodge. Okay, so and Rebel Jack, we got you in here still. So I'm going to open up the lines for a call right now on my little rant. I want to try this again. So anybody who wants to give a little call ski, call on in. And if you have some thoughts on this whole Bernie Sanders thing, let me hear what you got to say. I'm going to open it up for a call. So I will do that now, and I'll chat a little more, because it takes a second for you guys to hear what I have to say, and then pick your phones up and call me. What happened to my every minimum job around here? Says, or like what happened to my wife, Michael says. Every minimum job around here raised to $15, but her business had no raises. Cost of living will go up, so people are basically getting paid the same economically. Yeah, exactly right. And then what happens when $15 with inflation doesn't cut it anymore? Now what are we going to say? $20 is the new minimum wage? People are already ringing that number around. Oh, I'm sorry. I should give you the number again. Number 503 218 3663. There's the number. Yeah. I'm going to have that posted up on a little banner here behind me. Yep. Yeah, there's no use with minimum wage. No one was ever meant to live on a minimum wage job, right? Minimum wage was meant to get you in, get your foot in the work, get your foot in the workplace or your foot in the workforce, whatever, and teach you how to work and teach you what it means to pay some taxes and some bills and so on and so forth. But it was never meant to be a livable wage. Not ever. Not ever. That's not the design of it. But these left turds don't care. They know that. They just don't care. They just don't care. It's all about manipulating for votes. That's all it is. While I'm waiting for a call here, I'm going to look at one of these other articles that I wanted to talk about too. Man, what is this deal with these absolute just retards squirting cops down with water, man? Someone's going to get shot or beat up or forcefully arrested, and then all of a sudden it's going to be the cops' fault. It's going to be the cops and how terrible they are and how mean and hurtful and authoritarian and brutal they are. It's going to be, it says McD's ice cream used to be 75 cents to $1, now it's $1.75. Yeah, it all goes up, man. And that's the other thing. Perfect example on Mickey D's. What's Mickey D's doing now? You're seeing they're bringing in kiosks. They're putting in these kiosks where you go in and you order, right? So then what are they going to do when all of a sudden they automate all the jobs because the people can't pay for them anymore, and they automate them all. And then they're going to say, oh, well, you're automating all jobs. That's not fair. We got to bring you, we're going to have to put regulations in that say you need X amount of people working for you. It's just, liberal, democratic, economic policies are just brain dead. There's no thought process. They're just silly. All right, still don't have anybody calling in. The phones are not ringing off the hooks. Somebody give me a call. Let me hear from another one of my people. Let me hear. I gave you the number, Rebel. Call me up, man. I'd like to hear from you. These just ghetto hoods, man. Hood rats. Bunch of hood rats they are. I don't even care. I have no compunction in saying that at all. Here's what I'm talking about. These hood rats doing. Look at this. Look at this total disrespect. Complete and total. But these are the same people that when somebody comes blasting up in their ghetto ass hood, right, with a gun and starts, or breaks into a house, are they going to call the police and ask them to come and save them? I would love it if one of the cops was like, I would love to come and save you right now, but I had to dry out all my gear because it was soaking wet, and I can't come right now. So you're just going to have to wait till I get my stuff out of the dryer. Then I will be right there. Sorry that there's a person breaking into your house with a gun or a knife or you're getting beat half to death. As soon as I get my shiznit out of the dryer, I will be right there. Dumbasses. Sorry, Gary. I know you shouldn't be swearing, but I don't appreciate that. Oh, man. And then Nadler's just not letting go. Now Nadler's saying on this whole Mueller stuff, the House jury, Nadler says he will file an application for the underlying grand jury evidence of the Mueller report. I'm so happy he's doing that in a lot of ways, even though it's getting pretty tiring, because they're just pretty much sealing up the deal with this whole with Trump in 2020. It's like we could probably just have the inauguration now because the Democrats have so crapped on themselves. There is no way they're going to win in 2020. So keep it up. I mean, just keep going with this whole Mueller Russian crap. Just keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Phone lines are open, 503-218-3663. Give a call in, all 11 or one of you guys, one of you 11 people. There's a PSA, by the way, PSA announcement, public service announcement. Men don't get to decide what is sexist. That just in from Saro Rao. I don't know who that is. PSA from SJG perspective. Women don't get to decide what's toxic masculinity. Just tit for tat on that one. Don't know if that's an exactly good comparison, but works for me. Yeah, right here. We don't have 12 years to save the climate. We only have 14 months. Let's read this. This is just silliness. Oh, man. Oh, getting a call from Nebraska, but it's not ringing through to my... Oh, yeah, it is right there. I just didn't get it. Okay, I answered. Why didn't that answer?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there. All right. Oh, I'm getting another call, too. That's probably why. Okay, hang on. Why is that still ringing? I thought we had that figured out. Okay, so maybe I don't have it completely figured out yet. Unless that's you, Gator, calling still. Let's see here. Okay.
I'm on the line.
You're on the line. Maybe I didn't have it completely figured out. I thought I did. Hoped I did. All right, what's up, Gator? So what are your thoughts on this, man? Did you have some thoughts?
Yeah, we talked about like two more things after that, so I forgot.
Yeah. So we were talking about Bernie. Originally, we were talking about Bernie. Yeah.
I think it's pretty damn funny. You know, he literally got caught not practicing what he's preaching. You know,
yeah.
It just shows the hypocrisy in all of them.
Yeah.
And he's not the only one getting in trouble. I watched a Tim Pool video earlier, and the Democrats did some things. They waited like a full month to pay their staff, so it would show on the record that they made more money or they had more money than what they really had, and it's just a disgrace. They literally didn't pay their people so they could look richer. Right.
No, I mean, it is. It's absolutely hilarious how they in a way kind of cook the books. Exactly right. They cook the books to make people think that they have less, less money than they have, so on and so forth. And I just find it incredibly hilarious and hypocritical that he got so busted on it, and just called out on the. It's kind of like when he got called out on the carpet when it came to, people saying, he was a millionaire now, and did he want to give up some of his money now since he was a millionaire for taxes? And he totally, was like got angry with the person that said that and said, you could see the anger come over his face on that one interview. It was a while back. And it's like they don't believe in what they're saying. They don't believe in what they're saying. You know what I mean? It's all about show. That's all it is there for. It's just for show and just for votes. That's all it is. That's all it is. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He literally panders to the audience and tries to make the 1%, the people that create jobs and invest, to look like absolutely evil. Meanwhile, he's omitting the fact that since like 2015, he's been making over $1 million a year. He's been a millionaire before that.
Yeah.
He's in the 1%. Everybody knows he has 3 houses now, and we all wouldn't be surprised if he had gates or walls around him either.
Right.
Every time you turn your head, it's one thing after another.
Yeah.
Do as I say and not as I do.
Yeah, absolutely. No, totally right, man. Totally right. All right, so we're going to try this again while I got Gator on the line. Somebody else can give me another call here, and let's see if it works. And while I have him up, I want to see if it pops up another notification for me. And I appreciate your thoughts on that too, Gator. Yeah, man. So somebody else give me a call here too real quick. I just want to see how this works. I know this is kind of a broken stream tonight, and it's kind of a test stream, so that's what we're doing here. We're just trying to test it all out, but somebody give me a call, and then I'm going to keep Gator on the line until another call comes in, and then see how that works, and if I can drop him off and pick up another one. That's what I'm trying to do. So, Gator, when you going out fishing again, man?
I don't know. Woman just got a new job.
Yeah.
4-year-old's about to go into preschool. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't get a lot of. Do you got a boat, man, or how you doing it?
No, I do not. I've always bank fish.
Okay.
But I go to the Missouri River.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a big lake guy, man. I just grew up on the river, so. So
sorry to interrupt you here. I got Michael Hodges says he's calling, but I'm not seeing him come through. I wonder if it's going to. So I'm going to hang up and see if his call comes through, Gator. I appreciate you though, man. We're testing this out. All right, brother. Later. Bye.
Tuck and roll.
All right. Let's see if this other call comes up and through. I know I get them coming into my phone sometimes, but Michael, you still fish Monday through Friday, Carrie says. Green face, so all we see are green teeth and eyes. Mark is still about it. Okay, so I'm getting another call here. Let's see if this one here comes through. Keep calling. Waiting for it to hit my... yeah, it's not ringing up on my thing here. That's annoying. Trying to figure this out, man. Trying to figure this out. Sorry, you guys. Working out the kinks, so to speak. How come that didn't ring up on my thing? Because I turned that off again? Is that why? Is that what you're doing to me? Google Face, sounds for incoming messages, ringing. Sounds for incoming messages, ring on incoming phone calls. I do want it to ring. Start Hangouts app when Chrome starts. I called again. All right, I know that. Shoot. Sorry. Try me again, dude. Not coming through. Yeah, it's not coming through on my screen. I did see you come through on my phone, but it didn't come through on my to open it up on the Hangouts. So no wonder it's free. It's a free solution, right? I gotta actually just pony up and buy myself a little free mail line or something like that. So yeah, gonna try it again. There he comes. Somebody's coming in now. Look at this. Hi, you're on with SJG Perspective. Who am I talking to?
It's Michael Hodges.
Michael, how are you, man?
Oh, man. Third time's a charm, I guess.
That's right. Apparently, I can't have two people calling in at once. But so, yeah, maybe I just got to be able to get off the phone and then have another call come in. So I can't put them on hold.
I guess so.
So, Michael, where are you from, man? Where are you from?
I'm actually from Arkansas.
Okay, you're from Arkansas. Sweet.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
I'm a truck driver.
Okay. Long haul, or
Yeah.
are you a local?
Well, I pretty much dedicated. I go from Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, all the way down to New Orleans,
Okay.
and then back up.
Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome, man. How long you been doing that?
I've been doing that 6 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So see, now we get another one here. Cancel. You're in it. I mean, you guys can hear all that. All right. You're in another call. All right. Hang on a second. Don't go anywhere, Michael.
Okay.
You're already in another call. Please end the other call if you want to start this one. All right. So cancel. All right. So we're working these bugs out, and I appreciate you guys trying with me. Rebel Jack says, "Nah, I don't do calls." All right. So I changed a setting here. Let me try another setting again. So I want to see if this works. So while I'm on with Michael, I'm gonna do doesn't ring on incoming calls, but sounds for incoming. I want to see show the device you're on, phone, tablet, computer, show when you're last active. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to read a couple of my settings here. Ring on incoming sounds for incoming messages. Maybe we could try it now. I don't want any sounds. So I am going to now close that down again. All right, so I'm on here with Michael, and we're doing a little test stream on SJG Perspective. If you guys just jumped in, just to kind of see how this all works. So whoever just called, give me another call. I want to see if at least I get a pop-up notification you're calling, but I don't get the ringing sound in everybody's ear. That would be cool to see if that works. Because maybe I do need to do Skype. I know that's what American Joe was doing. He was doing Skype. I thought maybe I could do it with the other one. Anyways, yeah. So what are your thoughts, man? Why we see if we get another caller? What were your thoughts on that whole Bernie thing? You got any special insight I missed, or anything that got you frustrated?
Yeah, honestly, I'm the type of person. I don't believe in taxes at all.
Yeah.
Because it's all robbery. I don't believe in the IRS because it's a private company that's, when they owe you money, they're kind of slow about it. And when you owe them money, you better do it right away.
Yep. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah, I'm not really an anarchist, but I believe that the only person that really has any governing power over myself is myself.
Yeah, so you're kind of libertarian, very libertarian in your thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you with that. That's very much how I feel too. Unfortunately, I do end up paying my taxes because I don't want to go to jail. But but I think it is robbery, and I think it's crazy. I mean, I think there should be a certain level of taxes maybe that are understandable or that are reasonable, right? Because we got to take care of some infrastructure and so on and so forth. But I think there needs to be way more accountability, and it needs to be much more from a local, done in a much more local scenario. And
right.
when it comes to federal taxes, then we need a way smaller federal government, man. We're way bloated, way bloated. So, I totally agree with you on that. So,
I agree that we should be paying our state taxes because at least in Arkansas I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
I can see the roads being rebuilt, the bridges being rebuilt, and everything. My taxes going over to Washington D.C. I can't see what's being rebuilt and what they're using it for. So I personally think federal taxes should be opted out and keep it low state taxes.
Right.
But there's also some states that have no state tax. So how do they function? And they're just fine.
Yeah.
So
totally agree, man.
It's kind of like I was talking to my buddy because I do identify as a centrist.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask how is a centrist? Because a lot of people think it's well, you got the left and you got the right, and we're just like, let's compromise, you know.
Right.
And there's a cartoon that's actually out there that's like, it says one thing, and then the other side says racist, and the centrist is saying, let's compromise.
Yeah.
It's not that. That's not what it is. The best thing I could say is, imagine going to like Golden Corral or a buffet. You know.
Right.
There's plenty of options of different food for you.
Right.
But you're gonna pick the best food that you like.
Right.
So,
And you're gonna eat way more than you should.
Yeah.
That's so true.
3 plates and a dessert plate later.
It's funny. I was telling my wife about that. We went to a buffet a week or two ago, and I was like, I don't like buffets. They give me anxiety because I feel like I need to get all of the money I paid for, and I see all this food, so I try to take small portions at first so I can taste everything. But then I'm like, I think I missed a few things, and I eat fast so I can get back in the line before I get full, you know. But then I always leave in pain and like I'm literally busting a gut, and so it's one of those things where it's they give me anxiety, although I love them, but I'm too fat, so I need to not eat at them. But
well, you know what else is like a buffet?
marriage.
Yeah. Marriage. You get what you want and you pay for it later.
Yeah, that's right. All right, man. Well, hey, Michael, thanks for calling in, man. I'm really glad to have you here, and thanks for being around. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. All right, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, so yeah, I think I can only take one call at a time. And then someone said I need to pony up. I think it was Sewell. He says, pony up for a free line. This is my first time trying it, man, and I was just trying to see how this whole hangout dealio worked. And so I think maybe it's just kind of like one call at a time. When I'm on a call, then the other ones aren't coming through. But now that I'm not on a call, if someone wants to give me, just test my theory here and call me one more time and see if it comes up. But see, I also turned off the ringing, and I don't know if I'm getting notifications when it ring or when I turn that off, which could also be a problem because then I don't know you're calling, right? Kind of a thing. So, yeah. So anyways, we're off. One more test call from somebody would be good. And Rebel, yeah, I'm the only one who I guess would see your number. Your number doesn't come up online at all. It's just your voice. So I would see your number, but I'm going to forget it. I'm not going to write it down and stalk you. So if you did want to call me, you could. On the last one, inheritance tax. I know, on the inheritance tax. Good point, Sewell. You die and they tax you. They tax you when you die. That is how much a-holes these SOBs are. They tax you when you die, and then you have the estate tax on top of that. It's just it's insanity. It's complete and total robbery, and they're D-wads. Okay, fine, Rebel, if you're gonna be that way, but I'm not just anybody, man. I am SJG, bro. I'm just kidding. That's cool, man. We'll get you to call in sometime. Man. Sometime you will. Yeah. I lay way, way low. That's good. Low, I think is what you meant to say. Not way, way law, because that'd be weird. Mark said, I thought Trump was ending the death tax. I thought he was too. I don't know if he has. There's been so many other things that he hasn't been able to do because he's been so tied up. You are watching, and I appreciate it, Rebel Jack. I do appreciate that. I don't, and there's so many things that have been buried underneath that he hasn't done. So who knows if he's got that done or not. But I think he was trying to end the death tax because it's a stupid tax. You spend all your life making this money so that your family can be set up, and then the government takes God knows how much of it when you die. It's a bunch of bullshit. But yeah. Anyways. This was kind of a weird stream tonight, I admit it. We weren't all laid out on subjects to talk about. I talked about the Bernie thing just because that was bugging me bad. And then I wanted to test my call line here. So I do appreciate everybody that's hung out with me and that's hanging out. We'll probably end it in about 5 minutes because I need to get inside. I got a couple things I got to still do tonight in there. But I'd also really like you guys to make sure you subscribe to me on Parler if you haven't already. And good. I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad the call line's going to work out, dude. This is good. And I'll have a banner, so on times of the stream, we'll take in some live calls. So I'm getting another call. Let's see if it pops up on my screen. I'm getting it on my phone, but I'm not getting it on my screen. And if I don't get it on my screen, which I'm not, I'm going to do this real quick. Hang on. I'm going live 1 second. And all right, you are. Oh. What? Oh, jeez. I'm gonna call back whoever that was. That stupid thing hung up on you. His stupid damn phone. Jeez. Sorry, it's at SJG Perspective. So whoever just called in, call me back. I want to try this again. And I'm going to switch this again to something because I think that's why it's not ringing. I think that's why it didn't ring. I'm working through it, guys. This is just how it goes, man. When I don't know what I'm doing, ring on incoming calls. Okay, let's try that. So whoever just called, there it is. That's the one. All right, sweet. Hello, you are on with SJG Perspective. Who am I talking with?
You're talking to Muhammad.
Mohammed, is this Mohammed Ola Snack Bar?
This is Muhammad Snackbar Habibi.
Mohammed, it is so good to finally meet you. Actually, not just actually on the phone, and not just through text. How are you?
I know. I am doing good, my friend. How are you?
Good, man. I'm so glad. So tell me, what is new in your world, Mohammed?
There's not much, my friend. Same goats, different day. Habibi.
I know what you mean. I mean, kind of know what you mean. So now you have a lot of good. You guys you don't like pig though, right? You're not good on the pork. I hear that.
Keep it on the keep it on the down low, but I do like bacon. It is good. Yeah.
Bacon doesn't really count as pork either, because I mean it's so salty and good.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Praise
think it is.
Allah. Yes, it's no problem. Yes, it's dirty little secret. That and Corona, I like Corona too. It's good.
That doesn't barely have any alcohol either, so that probably also doesn't really count.
Exactly, Mexican beers, no problem, right?
Right, that is right. Hey, so good. So now that I got you on the line and people are hearing, if there's any special questions you guys have for Mohammed Allah Snack Bar, praise be to Mohammed. Peace be upon him. You guys can ask it in the chat, and we'll get it up. We'll get those questions. I don't mean we'll get it up. That'd be weird because I know with Mohammed that can mean a lot of different things, right? And so
yes, you have to be very careful. Is this PG show today or not?
I
don't know.
This is PG-13ish today. So
okay, so I will keep it below the belt. That's
yeah.
No problem.
Maybe we should keep it above the belt since it's a PG-13.
Oh, but usually I only get to see eyebrow and maybe a little ankle. This is kind of different.
So, hey, I have a question about one of the people that you're, I think, good friends with. I don't know if you know her, but I feel like you guys kind of all know the same people. Ilhan Omar. I was going to talk a little bit about her tonight. Are you pretty excited about the progress she's making in destroying our republic, as it were?
Well, the thing is, we do not talk very much, but I would like to tell you something. Muhammad Aloha Snackbar likes to assimilate to America. Okay, my friend. So the difference between me and her is that I am not believe that she does things for America's good heart, right, Habibi? So I think I do not like her, okay?
Yeah.
Even though I am from Dearborn, Michigan, okay, I do not like this woman.
No.
Okay.
That's strange to me.
That's right now.
Tell me.
Yes.
More on that. Tell me.
Habibi.
Go.
Well, little known fact about Habibi Muhammad is this. I vote for Donald Trump. Yes.
What? But
yes.
But I thought he was banning all of your family members and whatnot from coming here. I mean, why would you? Do you not like the family members? Is that one of the reasons you voted for him, to keep them?
I do not like seeing body parts flying in my country, so I don't want to see it here. That's why I come here.
Yes.
We don't want extremists. They make bad name for a good Muslim like us.
Right. So
I don't believe.
So now when this whole thing about sending her back was going on, were you? So it sounds like maybe you would have been in support of sending her back. Is that what I'm to understand?
Yes, because she talk about things that she does not know, and he says this. Okay, they say Trump, he racist. No, he's not. You know what he say? He say you go back, you fix things, you come back, tell us how you did it, then we talk. Okay, Habibi? That's all he say.
Habibi, is that a common term for a friend or for like what does Habibi mean? Because you've called me Habibi a couple times and you just referred to Trump as Habibi.
Oh, Habibi means two things. Okay, to a woman it is like my love,
Okay.
and to a man it is like my friend.
Oh, okay. So
That's dual meaning.
okay. So that's kind of like with like I love you, like maybe kind of what Ilhan even did when she said she loved her brother, like, hey bro, I love you. Like she could mean that in two different
No,
ways
this is
because
different.
no?
Well, did you know that there's big problem with Arab nation with inbred, right? Yes.
Yeah,
You know that?
I have heard this. I have heard this.
This is true, right?
Right.
So when they try to make you marry your brother, you're supposed to say no, but she was like, yes, Habibi, please come my way.
In many ways, right?
Well,
Well,
you said PG-13, my friend. I was trying to keep it PG-13.
I did say that, and we are going to try to keep it that way. Now, C. Will said, and I don't know if you'd have any insight on this, but C. Will did have a question. He said, did Omar really give her brother a handy? And I think we know what handy means, but we don't have to explain on that or expound on that. But
He's talking about the HJ.
yes,
An HJ.
he is talking about an HJ,
A handy J. Yes.
handy J.
I would say that this is possible. Yes.
This bird.
Might have happened.
Do you think there could have been the sooner in the alphabet J too? The boy J. Do you think that
A beeger? A beeger?
a beeger? Yes, a beeger.
Yes. Yes, I would say probably my guess would be it's halal, so she probably would put it in her mouth. Yes.
Okay, but according to Bill Clinton, praise Allah, peace be upon him. Now, if we were, but according to Bill Clinton, that probably wouldn't even be, and that's not really even classified as sex, anyways. So there could be an out on that, because that's not really the S.
It's true. Yes.
Right.
I did not have relations with this woman. This is what he said.
Right. This is what he said. Yes.
Yes. And something about cigars. I don't know. Anyway.
Right. Yes, I do understand that.
This was before I get in country, but I follow politics pretty closely. Yeah.
Right. I had another question here. Michael asked a question. He says, "Did you not like her because she didn't marry you? Is that part of the reason why you don't like her?"
No, she's not.
No.
No, this is no problem. I have a total of 7 wives. I look for one more. And it turns out she is related to me, so that's a no-go in my book.
Right.
We don't want kids coming out with ears on backwards or even larger nose than normal. Things like this.
This is very, very true. Well, Muhammad, Allah, I always have a hard time saying your last name. It's Aloha.
It is Aloha Snackbar.
Aloha Snackbar. Just Aloha Snackbar.
Yes.
Okay. I can do that then. I can do that. Muhammad Aloha Snackbar. Peace be Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? Allah Akbar, peace be upon him.
Yalla Habibi, yes.
Okay, this is so good. Well, I have really enjoyed this. Has been a pretty insightful conversation, and I am so glad to have you joining us with this. This is. Would you be willing to come back again here and do another when we have one of our call-ins? When we
Habibi, I will call anytime. It's no problem. Listen, I call you like late at night sometimes. If you hear me breathing in phone, it's just me. Okay, no big deal.
That is good to know, because sometimes I wonder if it isn't just you.
You want to know how it'll be me? No,
yes.
It'll be different from anybody else. It'll sound like this. Something like this.
Is this is this a very I don't know. Is this very turn on to most women when you do that? I mean, the the women of your ilk that you have relations with, do they like that? Because that sounds like you're trying to clear your throat. If I'm being honest.
Well, this is how we talk, but they have no choice in my culture.
Yes.
Not matter.
Yes, this is true.
You know.
Yes.
I do like though when they show the eyebrow. Yes, this is good. Can I? Are you about to let me go? Can I sing my way out, Habibi?
You can sing your way out. You can sing your way out. Go.
Oh, this is so good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Very welcome.
Okay, I will sing you, then hang up on me. No problem.
Okay. All right. I will hang up when it gets bad. Too bad. Okay. Go.
Okay. SJG perspective. Habibi.
I loved that. That was very, very good. Thank you so much, Mohammed Aloha Snack Bar, for joining us tonight. That was good stuff, man, right there. That was really, really good stuff. And baha, baha, baha. All right, guys. You know what? This was a total practice stream that kind of worked tonight. Actually, it was fun. Who was that? That was Mohammed Aloha Snack Bar. So, this stream's definitely potentially going to get me removed from YouTube. No, just kidding. We're not going to worry about that too much. But anyways, I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with me tonight. I am going to go inside because I got some stuff I got to do. But I got my studio set up, and I got my, I can't hear it because I don't have my speakers on, but I got my recording stuff set up. I got room to move back here where I think on some of these nights I'm going to work out a couple songs like before I record them. I might play them for you guys live. We're just going to come up with some ideas. So put some ideas in the comment section when this video posts about some segments or things you think might be fun. And I appreciate all you guys hanging out. This was a lot of fun tonight. So without fear or animus, thank to everybody who called in and all you guys that are part of my channel. We're a young channel right now, small channel, but we're going to grow, and it's going to be fun to have you guys along for the ride the whole time and be some of the loyal ones, right? The chosen the first chosen ones that have always hung out. I will never forget any of you guys. I'll keep you guys. We'll become friends. You'll become moderators probably because we got like 10 people, and when we grow to thousands of subscribers, we're going to need probably 5 to 10 mods in there at a time. So that's what you guys get to look forward to. But it's not a paying job, just so you know. Anyways, love you guys. And until next time, without fear or animus, my parlor is SJG Perspective and BitChute SJG Perspective, Twitter Perspective SJG, and and then go to my About page. There's a bunch of other places you can follow me on. So I appreciate you guys. And again, without fear or animus, it's SJG Perspective. And we will talk to you guys very soon. All right. See you guys later. Bye.